Hello, and I'm Corey Beltram. I'd like to welcome you to our high school band concert. Tonight we're featuring the 8th grade through 12th grade bands, and Mr. McKenzie is going to lead us off with the jazz band.
evening. Welcome to our annual holiday concert, winter concert. This is the Taunton High Jazz Band. If you were at Lights On, or what was left of Lights On after that interesting weather that day, thankfully they were able to have everything going. These guys played there, so you heard a couple of these songs for that. That was Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas, which is written for the United States Airmen of Note Jazz Band. And great chart, beautiful chart. And the trumpet solo was Kai Ozcan, so round of applause for Kai. Great group of kids. This is a group that they volunteer to pop in at 6 o'clock for 2 hours every Wednesday night to rehearse. And, very consistent, very great group, work really hard. And they're a fun group to just kind of hang around with on Wednesday evenings. So our last tune is a fun one called A Chili Pepper Christmas. This is going to feature Caillou on alto saxophone. It's going to feature Liam on piano. And it's going to feature Jeremy on drums. And I'd be remiss, because I missed something at Lights On. We did another chart, a Charlie Brown chart, which many of you may know, and Zach Gay had a solo on that. I didn't say anything, and I've felt guilty every second since I forgot. So Zach Gay had a solo at Lights On that I didn't mention. I wanted to mention it here. So this is a Chili Pepper Christmas. After this tune, be a quick changeover, and we'll have the 8th grade up. Ladies and gentlemen, the 8th grade band. Our first piece is by my mom's favorite composer. Real quick, it's been an interesting year with the new schedule at the high school, which has been good for these guys. So I see them in 2 smaller groups. We did 2 days of rehearsal. We did a rehearsal yesterday, a combined one yesterday, and a combined one today. So it was the first time this full group had played together. And they've done a really nice job of coming together. What I'm really happy about is 8th grade's a weird age. I'm not sure if you're aware of this. And I'm not talking about any of you guys. You guys came here perfectly, like, ready to go, perfectly mature. Okay, that's enough. Okay. But what usually happens is there's a massive maturing process. We see it, like the rest of the school hopefully sees it in behavior. I hear it from a musical standpoint. I keep saying that, you gotta be a person to play an instrument well. Like how you play is a reflection of how you handle yourself as a person. And as you can hear, there's been a lot of growth from these kids, so I'm super proud of them for that. I'm looking forward to second semester. We have a bunch of new kids coming in second semester as well. So a lot of them that were in band before in middle school, and like, hey, they're doing good. We want to be a part of that. So they're a great group. So a round of applause one more time for these kids. I'm super proud of them. Our last song is Turning Point.
No, it's perfect.
ladies and gentlemen, the concert band. What about me? Thank you. I was kidding. So, our first song, Four Shakers songs by Frank DeKelly, is in 4 movements. Traditionally, you don't applaud until all 4 songs are done. So if you clap and I don't acknowledge you, don't take it personally. We're just going to keep playing, okay? You can talk to Mr. Beltram later. quick, there we go, a quick bit of imagery, easy for me to say, about this piece. Julie Giroux is formerly a film composer. She is a ghostwriter on many films. She's now primarily a band composer. We play lots of her music. She's my favorite composer. This piece, Silent Night in Gotham, is supposed to be Batman, and this is her description, Batman looking over the city Christmas Eve. So it's got that cartoon, comic book character about it. It's a pretty piece. Enjoy it. Couple of quick acknowledgments in this group. Then I'll have a few more when Symphonic Band comes up. So we had senior district auditions and junior district auditions recently, and we did well, as we often do. And so super proud of everybody that auditioned. It's hard to get into. They're picking the best kids in Southeast Massachusetts to go do a festival in March. I'm just happy when they audition, and if they make it, it's a bonus. But I'm really proud of these kids, and from the concert band, making senior district on Euphonium, Manon Cabral. Okay. Maddie also got an all-state recommendation as a freshman, which is crazy. And then Adam Pereira. It's hard enough to make junior, and those guys killed their senior district auditions as freshmen. It's great. For junior district, We have a few more. Gianna Foster on flute. Axel Almeida on bass clarinet. Daniel Lanou, if I call him Danny, he'll kill me. Daniel Lanou on bassoon. And Damon Smith on tuba. Big jump for most of these guys. Majority of the group is freshmen. They had to do the whole football season and learn all the stuff that we do there, and then put on a concert and a parade, and they've done a great job. This group is the future of the band, so along with the 8th grade, so I'm pretty optimistic, so it's good. Our last piece is a fun one. It's the highlights from The Grinch That Stole Christmas. Enjoy. and turn off. Up is the Symphonic Band. So we have a really excellent student composer here. Caio Dos Santos Amato is a 3-time winner of the Southeast District Composition Contest. Has been writing music for a long time. When he was in, was either I think it was 8th grade, end of 8th grade, beginning of freshman year, he's like, hey, I wrote this. Like, what? And it's like, I wrote this. He showed me some music. I'm like, who taught you to do that? I figured it out myself. Wow. And he's been writing and, you know, studying composition on his own, completely self-taught. I take no credit for this other than telling him to write the music he wants to write. And he's got a really bright future into it. So we have a world premiere to play right now. And I'm going to bring up Caio to describe his piece.
Sorry, I'm in the back. Hey guys. Hi. It's me. I grew hair finally, thank God. So, Mr. McKenzie asked me to write something for us to premiere. after a while of me just trying to write music. And so I thought, okay, our concert's in December, so might as well write something for December. So as I was writing, I was just kind of like feeling through the motions, and most of the piece is kind of like a lead up to December, because the whole piece is called December, the first snowfall, but really December doesn't really come to the end. Most of the piece just, it's like a picturesque of like the months leading to December, and I was just like a big overall, just like, and tying up what the year was like, just like wrapping up 2022, going to 2023, just expectations, and just kind of like, I wrote it in a way that should move forward, but nah, what do I know? So, I don't have much else to say. Hope you guys enjoy.
He just told me he was inspired by March of the Ducks 2. Yeah, I know he wasn't. That was a joke. Thanks. I can always count on you guys. Our next piece, October by Eric Whitaker's gorgeous piece of music, and it needs a description. It's about the duality of the fall time of autumn, when the leaves are dying. That's what's going on when the leaves are changing color. It's like they're dying, but it's amazingly beautiful, and we're lucky to be in New England where we get to witness this year after year after year. And Whitaker wrote a piece that reflects the beauty in that moment, in the duality of that moment. So it's a gorgeous piece, but there's a tinge of darkness in there. I hope you really enjoy it. this is my long announcement for the last two. I need to thank the Taunton School Committee in Taunton Public Schools. I need to thank all the administration, staff of the Taunton Public Schools, Mr. Cabral. They're all incredibly supportive. Programs don't happen like this in a lot of places without that central support, and it's a priority here. And I hope they understand how much I truly appreciate that. I need to thank Mr. Holcomb and the rest of the administration at the high school. Once again, I've been teaching here for 22 years. I love teaching here. As challenging as it can be sometimes, there's not a place I'd rather be. And working for a supportive administration is a huge part of that. And so thank you to them. Thank you to Steve Jakes, Marcus Gate, TV studio. They've been running around. They're busier than me, man. It's hard to say that because I'm pretty busy, so I can't imagine what their lives are like this time of year and later in the spring. They're just all over the city. So, thoughts and prayers to those guys. I need to thank Corey Beltram, and I joke, but please applaud. I joke, but he allows me to do my job and supports the whole staff and the whole music department. And I can't tell you how important it is to have somebody like that for a music department, to have a leader that we all can go to. And while I joke, I'm very, very serious about this, and I hope he understands how much I appreciate him. Mr. Legardo, my friend and colleague for the last 22 years, the chorus director. I want to thank him. I need to thank our middle school band directors, Ms. Caleri, Ms. Matana. They're amazing. Once again, none of this happens, I did that middle school job for a long time. And I understand that these guys don't get here without the amazing work that they put in. And as long as they continue to do that, then, no pressure, then my job is really easy. They have the tough work, man. They're the ones who get them started and get them here. And then it's just my job to have fun with them. And push them to, play at the level these kids play. But I can't do it without them setting the groundwork for all of this. And so huge thanks to them. I need to thank Miss Alex Martin, who's our flute teacher and runs our flute choir. Mr. Stu Britton, who teaches a lot of our brass lessons, who's also my band director. I need to thank Heather Potter, our color guard instructor. I need to thank the rest of the music department. It is a department. It is something that everything works together. Without the elementary staff doing the great work that they're doing, kids don't get interested in music to do it in middle school band. Without the middle school music teachers doing what they're doing, then they don't come up to me. And so it is a huge thing in that everybody does their job, and it's really a wonderful department to work with. I need to thank the band boosters and for all the work that they do. I mean, we're going to Disney in April. So I can't do that without the extra support and fundraising and with everything that they do. It's a huge part of it. Please, please, please. Many hands make for lighter work. If you have time, Tuesday nights, second Tuesday night of the month, our next one will be in January. I'll send an email and come and participate. They're a great group of people, and we can always use more because it's such a vital part of supporting and making sure these kids get all the extra opportunities they get. The school system does a great job of funding all of the physical needs of instruments, of supplies, and all that stuff. Better than it's ever been. But in terms of extra opportunities for these kids, that's where Boosters comes in. And so without them, all the extra things, the Memorial Day parades, all of those things can't happen. And the Memorial Day parade cookouts, and all these nice things, the social nights we have, all that stuff comes from the fundraising we do. So please see Dr. Buckley, she's our president, or you can email me. I'll forward your email addresses onto them if you're interested in joining. Speaking of fundraisers, we are in the middle of our scratch ticket fundraiser. We're raffling off a book of $110 scratch tickets valued at $1,000. You could be a millionaire if you win. Okay, sell it. And all of you kids got these, so please, if you're going, why haven't I heard about this? Well, they got it a couple weeks ago. So we need to sell. This is important. This is our big one. We almost made $10,000 on this fundraiser last year. Let's get there. Okay, so yeah, it's a wonderful thing. Scratch tickets were invented in Massachusetts. Let's support those gambling problems, guys. All right. So, yeah. I need to thank my band council for all the work they do in terms of the mentoring program, the panels program, the graphic design team. We're going to be voting on this year's band gear this week, and we'll have forms out for that. So we'll have new hoodies and t-shirts and sweatpants this year. That's going to be a new one for us to buy, so we'll be finding that stuff. That's not a fundraiser, by the way. We're only charging the cost of those things. I want the kids to have nice things that, advertise the band at the same time. And specifically, I need to thank Tori and Condi, if they could stand up. They're my presidents. Everything is done by the students. The mentoring program, all the graphic design team. If you follow us on Instagram, our social media team is killing it. All this stuff that they do is completely put together by the students. They ask for our permission to do stuff, but they organize everything, they communicate everything. It's really important that kids have those experiences, and it makes it so I have less to do, so it's good. I want to thank all the band kids. They're great. I don't take time off from work, and it's because of them. I don't see a reason to not be here. I'd much rather spend the day with them instead of doing anything else. So it's all of them that make it fun to be here. So please applaud for your kids, because they're great. These guys behind me are ridiculous. They had a concert 2.5 weeks ago of completely different music, of really challenging, completely different music. And in 2.5 weeks, we've been working on this concert. And on top of all the football games, the parades, everything else that they do, I've really asked a lot of these guys, so I hope they understand how much I appreciate them. So thank you for the Symphonic band. I'm almost done, I promise. But please, another round of applause to these guys. They're an amazing group to work with. A few junior district, senior district stuff. Junior district from this group, Ben Rabel on the French horn. Then not only did he win the Southeast District Composition Contest, he also made senior district on alto saxophone, so Caillou. Mika Donovan on trombone, also with an all-state recommendation. Kyle Ducharme on trumpet. And Jaden Sabina on flute. Really proud of those guys. Same thing, we had lots of kids audition, which is why I care about the most. It's hard, it's really challenging, the music and literature they have to learn for that. So just to go after it is a huge step. And so really proud of all those kids. And last, we do have a Disney payment, the final Disney payment on January 17th is due. And then we're done. Then it's just organizing. I have like 10 kids who still haven't filled out the form so that I can know actually their names that they'll be. I don't want to get stuck at TSA, guys, so finish filling out those forms if you haven't done so. If you're an adult going on that trip, I'll be reaching out this week for your official, what is your traveling information for what's going on with that, because it's getting closer by the day. And thank you to all of you. Your kids are amazing. And it really is a pleasure to come to work every day and work with these guys. So thank you for letting me get to work with them. So our last piece is called Minor Alterations, which is a cute play on Christmas songs. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you very much. Happy holidays. Enjoy the piece. Thank you very much. You guys put your stuff away, and then we got to clear the stage. Okay, so everybody, okay, make sure you help. Okay, thank you very much. Happy holidays. See ya at All City. All right.